Hello students, today we are going to learn last but one chapter of the 12th science, that is the semiconductor. Now what is meant by semiconductor? All of you know conductor and good conductor or insulator. But in semiconductor what happen? When there is a flow of current, then there will be some problem that semiconductor, it is a material which conducts the current. Sometime if it is temperature increases, then it flows the some current, but temperature decreases or at 0 degree centigrade, semiconductor becomes the insulator. Now first of all, let us see what is the energy band. All of you know atom consists of electron and proton neutron live together inside the nucleus. When suppose this is the atom having the electron flows, keep this atom near another atom. Now there is the field of intensity of electric field or field. They live together in the field, and that field, that is that energy of the level splits up into part, and that is called as the what is energy band. That is the energy band, the energy which have atom, this energy are decreases or increases. Now in next part of this, that is what is the valence band, conduction band, forbidden energy gap. In valence band what happen? Any metal conducts the electricity. That electron are bound to the metal very loosely. Then in this conductor, this is the conductor, suppose the structure of conductor. Now this is called as the conduction band, and this is the valence band. Now these bands are are parallel or they are coincide. What happen? The number of electron present in the valence band, they can easily reach to the conduction band. But in insulator, the valence band is full of electron, but in the conduction band there is no any one electron. Now what happens? Suppose the plastic, wood, glass, in this material, this is called as insulator or bad conductor. When the electric field is applied, there is no electron for the conduction, therefore it is called as the insulator. In conductor, a lot of electron are there in valence band. When the electric field is applied, then the electron get readily to move through that, and we get the current. And in semiconductor, valence band is full of electron, but conduction band is totally empty. Now what happen? When electricity is applied, then electrons are flows from valence band to conduction band. बघा, electrons हा valence band to conduction band मध्ये जायला पाहिजे. For this, 1 electron volt energy is required. That is the, suppose when electricity is applied, then easily we get the conduction, but this conduction is very low or semi. This is called a semiconductor. Semiconductor means the conductivity of a material. The conductivity of a material is in between the insulator and conductor, is called as semiconductor. Semiconductor material conducts the current. There are only two semiconductor in the universe. That is, one is called as the silicon and another is called as the germanium. Now let us see step by step what is the semiconductor. All of you know. Next part of this part is the how the semiconductor or different types of semiconductor. There are two types of semiconductor available. One is called as the N-type semiconductor and another is called as the P-type semiconductor. What happen? Suppose a silicon atom. Now this silicon atom consists of atomic number 14. Then 2, 8, 4. This is the electronic configuration. It means in this silicon atom there are the 4 electron in the last orbit. Suppose this is the another silicon atom. Now this is the another silicon atom 4. Now this is the structural formula, structural figure of this silicon lattice. Now this 4 and this 4 have the 8 covalent bond takes place, and there is no any one electron for the conduction. This is the silicon structure. When the electric field is applied, then there is no any electron available. So this is the bad conductor or insulator. But when its temperature increases, then some electron get detached and we get the conduction. Therefore, this is the pure silicon atom. But we have to increase its conductivity. म्हणजे त्याची आपल्याला रेट, कंडक्शनचा रेट वाढवायचा. तर फॉर दिस सम अनदर ॲटम इज ॲडेड टू दिस. सपोज antimony is there. Antimony who have the pentavalent 5 electron in last orbit. Suppose this is the antimony of 5 electron plus silicon of, this is the I think 4 plus 5. The last orbit of silicon consists of 4 electron. Antimony have the 5 electron. Then we get the 8 plus 1. We get the, suppose we have to dip in the center Sb, antimony or arsenic. Now when antimony is added, then we get the 8 covalent and 1 electron remains the left extra electron. When positive field is applied, then what happen? The electrons are get attracted by this positive field and we get the current. Now in this matter, current, we get the maximum current due to the extra electron, so it is called as N-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor. This is N-type semiconductor. Now there will be question, what is semiconductor, what is intrinsic semiconductor, what is extrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor means ENTRINSIC. Intrinsic semiconductor means a pure semiconductor which is free from any impurity. So suppose pure semiconductor means there is no any impurity added. But when impurity is added like antimony or arsenic, then we get the N-type semiconductor. This is called as the extrinsic semiconductor. Now let us see another type of semiconductor, that is called as the P-type. Now suppose in pure silicon crystal, suppose this is the crystal structure, a third group, that is the who have the, suppose aluminum is added in the pure silicon crystal, then we get the P-type semiconductor. How we get the P-type semiconductor? So in this semiconductor, 4 electron of the silicon plus 3 electron of the aluminum, we get the 7 electron. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this for no electron, this is called as HOLE, hole. Now deficiency of electron takes place in this matter, and when the electric field is applied positive, then what happen? This electron get detached. This electron wants to move towards the positive, then it jumps and it goes in this hole. Now hole is again produced here, then another electron will jump nearer to this positive hole, then hole is again produced here. In this way the holes are producing, suppose the like this clockwise, and electron flows anti-clockwise. Now in this case electrons are flow due to the creation of positive hole, so it is called as P-type semiconductor. P-type semiconductor. बघा आता आपण एन टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर बघितलं, पी टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर बघितलं, व्हॉट इज व्हॅलेन्स बँड, कंडक्शन बँड, फॉरबिडन एनर्जी गॅप हे बघितलं. नाउ what is semiconductor means, it is the property of material which are in between conductor and insulator. This is semiconductor. There are two types of semiconductor only, n type, p type. How will we get n type? When a pentavalent substance is added into the pure silicon crystal or germanium crystal, then we get the n type semiconductor. When a third group like aluminium or indium is added in a pure germanium crystal or silicon crystal, we get the p type semiconductor. These are the two varieties. Now next part of this we are learning so what is the construction of now suppose this is the n type semiconductor and this is the p type semiconductor. Two chips, two crystals are fused, joined together, n type, p type. Now all of you know n type have the maximum electron. It consists of electron, number of electron available in n type semiconductor. And in p type semiconductor, positive holes are available. Now what happen when these two n type, p type are fused together, then there will be the migration of electrons and positive ions takes place like this, and the positive ions are cross this boundary, and this happen, this is the done only for few seconds, and there is a layer is formed, and this is layer is called as the depletion layer. Layer is called as the depletion layer. Now this depletion layer is called as the junction, and together is called as p-n junction diode. This is called as the p-n junction diode. What is p-n junction diode? When p-type material and n-type material are fused together, then there is a formation of junction takes place, and that junction is called as the p-n junction diode. Now next part is there. What is the forward bias? What is the forward bias? And number 2, what is the reverse bias? From this figure we can explain what is forward bias. Now question will be there, what is semiconductor, what is semiconductor diode, what is semiconductor, explain forward bias or reverse bias. Now semiconductor junction. Now in this structure, suppose n type semiconductor are connected to, now let us connected to, this is the n type and this is the p type, like this. Now what happened, this is the, suppose this is the energy, then there will be the flow of electron takes place. Now positive ions takes place like this, positive to negative like this, and electron flows from n type to p type, and the depletion layer will be disappears, and we get the current like this. Now what is forward bias? When p type and n type semiconductor battery is attached to this, then there is the formation of current takes place, and we get the current. Now in this forward bias, let us see another reverse bias. Suppose this is the p type semiconductor and this is the n type semiconductor. Now p type consists of positive and this is the electron. P type is connected to the reverse, that is the n type, and this is the P type. Only connections are reverse. Forward bias, in forward bias we have seen the P type semiconductor is connected to the P type positive terminal of the battery, and N type connector is connected to the negative. But in this case the connections are reverse. P type is connected to the negative terminal of the cell or battery, N type is connected to the positive. Then these are get the repel like this, and there is no crossing of electron takes place. Suppose this is the voltage and this is the current. We have to increase the voltage or increases. As the voltage increases, there is no crossing of electron takes place, and we will get the, suppose if you increase the potential like this, there is no current, no current, and at some point there is the migration of saturation current is there, and there is the flow of electron takes place like this, and this is called as the breakdown voltage breakdown voltage, and we get the maximum current. This is called as the reverse bias. What is reverse bias? When P type material are connected to the negative terminal of the battery and N type material are connected to the positive terminal of the battery, then we get the reverse bias. In this way, we have seen two what is semiconductor, what is N type semiconductor, what is the P type semiconductor, what are the forward bias and reverse bias. Now we will tomorrow. Let us stay here. Thank you.